Nice keyboards, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but so many switches to choose from.
Well, let's do the full mechanical breakdown.
All right, let's do it.
Hello good people, I'm Dmitry from Hardware Canucks, teaming up with Corsair to discuss why you might want a mechanical keyboard in your life. Now I feel like membrane keyboards have kind of lost their touch and are becoming less popular because the key mechanism is less satisfying and less reliable because of that rubber dome compression, while mechanical switches are built for performance. With the switching slide compressing the coil spring and activating the cross-point contact with MX Cherry switches, and what we have are smooth, crispy, fast, reliable, consistent switches, and so many types to choose from. MX Cherry is also manufactured in Germany. Gutes Zeig. Now my very first mechanical keyboard had the MX Cherry black switches that have become a little bit less popular, been kind of replaced by MX Reds, but you know, once you go mechanical, it's hard to go back. Now Corsair has got you covered with the types of switches, so we've got MX Brown, MX Red, MX Speed, MX Silent, and MX Blue switches, basically a switch for everybody with different actuation points, different actuation forces, sound differences, and the actual type of switch difference too, either linear, clicky, or something in between with that tactile point in the middle. Now Cherry MX Red are one of the most common switches, I think, that are linear and pretty light to press with keys registering at 2mm. The switch is super smooth coming down with that sharp rebounds, and I would say it's a really good balanced switch for both games and typing. The MX Blues are the most popular clicky switches, having the distinct tactile point so you know when the key is registered, but requiring a bit more force than the Reds. It is the loudest switch too, something that people I live with don't particularly appreciate, but man, the clickiness is so satisfying when you get into the rhythm of typing, but also many love the switch for gaming because they get that physical and audible feedback when the key is pressed down. The Cherry MX Browns are rising in popularity because of that slight tactile bump without an audible click, and it's becoming my favorite all-around switch because it feels like Red with 55 grams of operating force and 2mm actuation point, yet with that small tactile feedback that is just a joy for typing and really nice for any gaming environment too. The MX Silent switch is an interesting approach to delivering that precise and sharp rebounds as with Red switches, but at a slightly shorter actuation point with a particular switch design that minimizes operational noise. So as long as you don't bottom out on the keys, you can train your fingers to do so, the switch and the entire typing experience will be extremely quiet, which is awesome for streamers and also office environments too. And finally, the MX Cherry Speed is the fastest MX Cherry switch that you can find on Corsair Rapid Fire branded keyboards. They are linear and light at 45 grams, and the actuation point happens at 1.2mm, meaning a slight press will register the keystroke, and it's incredible for games. And this is the switch that actually required the most readjustment for me personally, because like simply resting your hand on the keyboard, what might actually, you know, depress the key and actuate it, but once you get into the zone, typing is super quick. You don't have to even bottom out. Simply tapping the top of the key will register those keystrokes and you can be super fast. There's also a low profile version of the Rapid Fire keyboard with MX Speed or Red switches with an even shorter actuation point, making it a super interesting option for gamers. And so to recap, this entire mechanical switch variation is fantastic, a little bit something for everybody. So for gamers who want to have that physical tactile feedback to know when the switch actuation happens, the MX Blues are an obvious choice. For a little bit of quieter operation, the MX Silent and MX Rapid Fire are a way to go for streamers and office environments and slightly, you know, quieter spaces. And for kind of like your general usage scenarios, MX Reds are fantastic, and a little bit more feeling to the switch, the MX Browns give you that soft tactile point in the middle. All right, so that is it for me. Let me know what is your favorite mechanical switch down below, and let's all stay mechanical, my friends. And thanks for watching.